We've just learned that many people in Gaza have been murdered by the Israeli genocide taking place there, but we've just learned that Refaat Alareer, a Palestinian academic, one of their top academics, who's a wonderful person who I had the honor of getting to meet years ago when he was visiting the United States, one of the smartest people I've ever met, has been killed by the Israelis. And according to a lot of people who are close to him and his family, they're saying he was targeted for assassination.
Yeah. I, I don't, you know what else to say. 17,000 people, of course, over 17,000 killed in Refaat, who is, in many ways a prophetic voice, a great poet, an academic. He was featured in many of the Electronic Intifada live streams in the early days of the conflict. His Twitter account especially, I think, has been one that many people around the world, at least those who speak English, have been watching very closely for the insights, the information, the reporting. He already had lost his home and so much more. He has a family. On Twitter, you can find him at iTranslate123. His pinned tweet is a poem that he wrote. I think specifically for this occasion. Unfortunately, posted several.
Can I read? Can I read it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful poem.
Can I read it? I'm pulling it up right now. Hang on. But this is just, he also is somebody who was actually editing the articles from Gaza for the Electronic Intifada, and his pinned tweet right now, if you go to his Twitter, it says, "If I must die, let it be a tale." And it's a short poem. It says, "If I must die, you must live to tell my story, to sell my things, to buy a piece of cloth and some strings, make it white with a long tail, so that a child somewhere in Gaza, while looking heaven in the eye, awaiting his dad who left in a blaze and bid no farewell, not even to his flesh, not even to himself, sees the kite, my kite you made, flying up above, and thinks for a moment an angel is there, bringing back love. If I must die, let it bring hope, let it bring a tale." And, in some ways, this is like devastating news. And it's like all I want to do is cry right now. But we cannot let these people in Gaza die in vain. Like, we can't let this all happen. Something has to come out of this. Something has to change. We cannot allow this to happen and nothing change. I don't know what else to say besides that, because at this point, it's like, yesterday, the State Department spokesperson, Matt Miller, was asked to comment on whether it was a war crime that the Israelis let babies in incubators starve to death. And he called it a tragedy and blamed Hamas. That's where we're at. It's Hamas's fault when Israel kills babies. I don't understand how much longer this is going to be allowed to go on. The world is literally saying, the United States is saying that these people, that Palestinians, that Arabs don't matter, that you can just exterminate them. I'm sorry. This is just very upsetting.
No, it's a very difficult issue.
How many more people in Gaza need to die for it to matter and for it to stop?
Yeah.
I'm
think
sorry.
no, you don't need to apologize. I think that this is how people feel everywhere, and rightfully so, because it's an unspeakable set of crimes that are taking place. And as we know from the reporting that we've seen, this is all deliberate. As the high-level Israeli sources told the 972 magazine, that every single person, if a 3-year-old in Gaza dies, that's because someone decided her life did not matter. And I think that's the important thing to realize here. This is not actually collateral damage in the sense that's always put out there, like people who just happen to die. These are all direct and deliberate decisions. Over 17,000 people have died. And of course, Refaat has very, very sadly become one of them. But as he said, if he is to die, let it become a tale. And I think it's important that we spread his words and we continue to talk about these issues. And I think everyone continue to do whatever you can do to address this issue.